Hi. So today I'm going to model how to use the links strategy to learn new words. While I'm modeling, I'll be thinking out loud so that you can hear what I'm thinking as I use the strategy. So listen to what I tell myself to do, and then I want you guys to talk to yourself in a similar way when you use the same strategy. So let's see, I've got a bunch of things from this document that I need to learn and remember in order to study for a test. So if I open it up, I can see that there are vocabulary words on this side. Cytoskeleton, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosome, Golgi apparatus, vesicle, mitochondria, vacuole, lysosome, centriole, cell wall, chloroplast. So as I'm reading through, I can see in the text where the words are bolded. So those are vocab words that I need to know when we're talking about cells. So what are some good ways to learn and remember words that you have to remember for a test? You could think about them for a long time. You could try and memorize them by saying them over and over in your head. You can try a lot of different ways to memorize vocab words and their definitions. But today we're going to use the links strategy, and I think it's a better way to remember vocab words. So, the links strategy, what you start with, we went over it a little bit. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So we use cards like this. I'm going to fold it in half the long way. Then I'm going to use a straight edge to draw a horizontal line in the middle on this side, and on the other side, turn it over. Do the same thing. So now I have a card that looks like this. So on this side, I'm going to do the first part of links, and the L in links stands for list the parts. So that means I need to write the word and its definition on my card. So the word that I'm going to use, the first word that I'm going to use is eukaryotic. And in here, in our section of the cells document, it says, like your body, eukaryotic cells are highly organized structures. They are surrounded by a protective membrane that receives messages from other cells. And I know from looking it up and from the back of the book that eukaryotic cells are cells that have a nucleus. So I'm going to write eukaryotic on the top of my card, and I'm going to circle it. So that way we know that that's the word, that's the vocab word that we're trying to learn, is eukaryotic. All right? So now I need to write the important parts of the definition on the top of the other side. So I could just write cells, but I need to know that eukaryotic cells have a nucleus, whereas prokaryotic cells do not. So I'm going to write cells with a nucleus on the back side of my card. So now I have eukaryotic and the definition, which is cells with a nucleus. The prefix EU in eukaryotic means well-formed, and karyote means kernel. So a eukaryotic cell has a well-formed kernel or nucleus. Next, I need to do the I step in links. So L-I. And the I step means identifying a reminding word. Identify a reminding word. So to do this, I need to think of a real word that I know that sounds sort of like eukaryotic or a part of eukaryotic. It can rhyme or it can have the same beginning or ending sound. So what I thought of, you. Well, you could be like you and me. So I thought eukaryote. That doesn't really make any sense with eukaryotic. So finally I came to you carry yacht. And a yacht, as you know, is a big fancy boat that sometimes rich people have. So when I think of that, I thought of a sort of silly picture in my head of a bunch of people surrounding a yacht carrying it. So I'm going to use the word yacht as my reminding word. So now on this side of the card, on this side of the card, I'm going to put a line down the middle. So one side will be for my reminding word and one side will be for my reminding picture. Okay? So, eukaryotic. Now my reminding word is yacht. Yacht. Y-A-C-H-T. All right? So that's the I, as in L-I, identifying a reminding word. Okay, now I'm ready for the next step, N. And N is to note a linking story. So I already decided that the phrase eukaryote is my linking story, since it kind of sounds like eukaryotic. So like I said, I'm thinking of a silly picture of a bunch of people surrounding a yacht carrying it. So my linking story goes in this section. You carry yacht. All right. So now I have 4 sections filled out. I have my word, my real word, vocab word here. Then I have my reminding word down here. Then I have the definition of the real word up here. And this is my linking story. So now I'm at the C step, L-I-N-C. And the C step stands for create a linking picture. So a linking picture is something where you take your linking story and you draw a reminding picture of it. And remember, you want to make it as detailed as possible without making it so complicated that you can't draw it. I'm not a very good drawer. But what I came up with, and I have a copy here that I'm using to remember, is a picture of a yacht. So I'm going to draw a little picture of a yacht. And it has a bottom, part where the people sit, 2 big fancy sails. Never sailed on a yacht, so kind of making some of it up. But in my head, I know that it's a yacht, right? And then I'm going to draw several people around it. Just stick figures holding the yacht like this. And 1 or 2 over here in the front. All right. So that's my reminding picture. It's not great, but I know what it is. I know that it's you, a bunch of people, surrounding a yacht, which is an important piece, getting ready to carry it someplace. And I might put the reminder of the cell surrounding the nucleus. Eukaryote. Or in this case, eukaryotic. Either way works for this linking procedure. All right, so now that I've made my links devices and the study card, I need to do the last part, the S. And the S is self-testing. And with the self-testing, you test yourself backwards and forwards using all the linking parts. So this is a reminder. We went over this before, but this is the overview of the link strategy. Step 1, list the parts. Step 2, identify a reminding word. Step 3, note a linking story. Step 4, create a linking picture. And step 5 is self-test. So now to make sure that we really have this word memorized, I think I need to study the card frontwards and backwards using the reminding word, the linking story, and the linking picture. All right, So I look at the front of the card and I look at the word eukaryotic. What does it sound like? Oh yeah, eukaryote. So yacht, eukaryote. Okay, what is my word picture? Let's see. Eukaryote is a bunch of people surrounding a yacht, which is important, and they're getting ready to carry it. Eukaryote. Oh yeah, that links me to eukaryotic. A cell with a nucleus. Eukaryotic. I got it right. So now I'm going to do my self-testing backwards. So first I read the definition on the back this time. Cells with a nucleus. Now I use my linking picture to help me remember. Oh yeah, people surrounding a boat. That's a yacht. Eukaryote. Eukaryotic. So backwards and forwards. Start with the word and go through the steps, and then start with the definition and get to the word. Self-test backwards and forwards. So just as a wrap up, we remember from our last video that the linking memory chain is sort of a play on words. So links, we have all the steps of the linking strategy, and also links in a chain. And this memory reading strategy are like links in a chain. So here's the word, the reminding word, the linking story, the linking picture, and the definition. And then when we self-test, we go backwards and forwards. Start with the definition, linking picture, linking story, reminding word, and word. All right, that's all for now, and I'll do one more video on the passage with various vocab.